All right, so let's just start by settling into our meditation posture. So just check your feet, where they're placed. So if you are sitting on a chair or on a couch with your feet down on the ground, make sure they're flat on the floor with your feet in a parallel position. So if you have to put a cushion under your feet, that's good too, because it helps to keep the angles of the legs correct. But if you're sitting on a couch or a cushion in a cross-legged position, just make sure you're feeling comfortable. And if you're feeling brave and would like to try and put the opposite foot over the opposite thigh, so you're in that, what they call the full lotus position, please don't force it, but His Holiness says it's very good if you can be there for even just 1 second, a couple of seconds before you start meditating. So anyway, just be in a relaxed position. And so in order to keep the sacrum upright and the pelvic bowl upright, not kind of slumped back, you can put a cushion under the coccyx. It's also much more comfortable for the spine. So shoulders over the hips. So now let's just imagine we have a string of pearls made of light running through our body from the coccyx all the way up through the crown of our head. And you can imagine you have there is a person standing above or behind you, very gently lengthening you, pulling on this string of light and just very gently lengthening you. So just feel, as you're imagining this, you'll notice all your muscles lengthening. And tension that you might be holding in your back, your neck, and your shoulders, just disappearing as you very gently lengthen the spine. Now head slightly tip forward. If your head is too far back, if your chin is up, it agitates the mind. If your head is too far forward, you're going to fall asleep. Particularly those of us on the West Coast. Eyes are down. So you can, if your eyes are open or closed, you can be looking at a spot about 2 inches ahead of you, as if you were looking at the ground. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth and relax the jaw. So now let's just go to the crown of our head and just relax all those muscles in the scalp. Just relax your scalp and your forehead. Relax the eyebrows and the eyes. Go to the back of the eye socket. Just imagine relaxing the muscles that are holding the eye in place. Relax your cheeks and your nose, the jaw again, and the mouth. Your temples and the ears. And go to the back of the head. Relax the scalp there, your neck, shoulders, the arms, hands, fingers. Relax your legs, feet, the toes. Now let's just go back and check that you haven't slumped. So if you need to re-engage that string of light pearls, you can do that. And the hands in the meditation mudra. That's the left hand just nestled very gently in the right, the thumbs touching. And so let's just bring the mind to the breath. Just very gently breathing in, breathing out. And as you're breathing in, you just notice the sensation of this cool air as you're breathing in. Just flowing in through the outside of the nostrils, entrance of the nostrils, and slightly warmer air as you're breathing out. And just think we're here this morning for a very short period of time doing this meditation practice so we can continue to work on our mind, continue to learn to remind ourselves how to focus, concentrate, so we can be of benefit to others. So we can walk gradually, slowly, step by step towards enlightenment. So we can be of benefit to others. So let's just start by bringing our mind to the breath. Just breathing in, breathing out. And just watch the thoughts coming and going. Try not to follow the story. Just allow the thoughts to be there. It's like a river of mental moments. Some thoughts will arise and fall. Just let them go. Can't stop the mind. And if you hear any sounds in your environment, just allow them to be there. If you hear something outside, try not to have the mind go and investigate what this is. If there's any, you can smell something, someone in your house making coffee or toast. Or maybe you can smell the spring, summer flowers outside. So try not to be distracted by that. Just keep the mind, bring the mind back to the breath. It's like an anchor. Something we do all the time. So it makes it a good focus, good focal point for us. So now we'll do our 9-round breathing. And Gregory, you may not have done this before, so I'm just going to go through it fairly slowly. So this is a practice that is done by this is a very simple version of a practice that's done by the great yogis before they're doing some of the more advanced practices. And it's basically called Dispelling the Heirs. So first of all, would take your right index finger, place it over the left nostril and close it, breathing in through the right nostril. And as you're breathing in, just visualize you're breathing in this just blissful, radiant white light. Fills the body all the way up to the top of the lungs. And just pause at the top of the lungs. And then you just very quietly, gently slide the finger over the nose, block the right nostril, and breathe out through your left nostril. And as you're breathing out, you imagine you're breathing out all this negative attachment energy, this kind of unhealthy desire, grasping, neediness, wanting, feeling that we're not enough, anxiety, all this sort of energy. And you, as you're breathing it out, you imagine you're breathing it out as this thick, black, yucky smoke, and it disappears into space. Do this again. Breathe in again. Move the finger back. Block the left nostril. Breathe in through the right. Imagine you're breathing in blissful, radiant light. Pause at the top of the breath. Move the finger over. Block the right nostril, and breathing out all your attachment energy, neediness, grasping, wanting, not feeling enough. It leaves you as this thick, black, yucky smoke. It disappears into space. Then move the finger back, block the left nostril, breathe in through the right. Pause at the top of the breath, and then breathe out all this attachment energy. So we've done that 3 times. Now take the left finger, block the right nostril, breathe in through the left nostril. Blissful, radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath. Then move the finger over, block the left nostril, and breathe out through the right. All our anger, irritation, our depression. Just breathe it out. All the bitterness, wishing to harm, jealousy. You breathe all of this out as this thick, black, yucky smoke disappears into space. So again, just repeat that. Move the finger over, block the right nostril, breathing in through the left. This radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath. Move the finger back, block the left nostril, and breathe out through the right. All our anger energy disappears into space. And again, breathing in through the left. Blissful, radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath. Move the finger over. Block the left nostril. Breathe out. All anger disappearing into space. Then we breathe in through both nostrils, hands back in the meditation mudra. Just a full, nice full breath. Up to the top of the lungs, blissful, radiant white light, filling your whole body, pausing at the top of the breath there. And then as you're breathing out, just breathing out all this ignorance, including ignorance of the Dharma, the teachings, not knowing, but also just ignorance of not really understanding things in general, not knowing things, misinterpreting things. Breathe in again, blissful, radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath and breathing out. One more time, just breathing in, pausing at the top of the breath, and breathe out. And we do this all over again. So we start again. Right finger blocking the left nostril, breathing in through the right, blissful, radiant white light. Pausing at the top of the breath, move the finger over, and then breathe out through the left, all our attachment energy. Move the finger back, breathing in through the right nostril, blissful radiant white light. Pausing at the top of the breath, move the finger back, breathing out all our attachment, grasping, feeling we're not enough, dissatisfaction. Breathing in through the right, pausing at the top of the breath, and breathing out all our attachment energy, disappearing into space, thick black yucky smoke. Now again, take the left finger, block the right nostril, breathing in through the left. Blissful radiant white light. Pausing at the top of the breath, and then move the finger back to the left nostril, block it, and then breathe out through your right nostril all your anger, jealousy, bitterness, wishing to harm, not liking. And breathing in. Pause at the top of the breath and breathing out all that anger energy, disappearing into space. Breathing in. Pause at the top of the breath and breathing out. Again, hands in the meditation mudra. Breathing in through both nostrils, blissful radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath. Breathing out, just let all the ignorance go. Disappearing into space, thick black yucky smoke. Breathing in. Pause at the top of the breath. And breathing out. One more time. Breathe in. Pause at the top of the breath. Breathe out. And we do this one more time, this whole series. So again, taking the right finger, blocking the left nostril, breathing in through the right. Blissful radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath. And breathe out through the left nostril all our attachment, dissatisfaction, not feeling we're enough, grasping, neediness, unhealthy desire energy. Breathing in. Pause at the top of the breath. Breathe out all our attachment. Breathing in. Pause at the top of the breath. And then just breathing out the attachment energy. And again, change hands. Bring the left index finger to the right nostril and breathe in. Blissful radiant white light. And this is a gentle breath. It's not a forced breath. Pausing at the top of the breath. Then move the finger over. Block the left nostril and breathe out all your anger energy. Breathing in through the left nostril. Pausing at the top of the breath. Move the finger back, block the left nostril and breathing out through the right. All your anger, disappointment, jealousy, and bitterness. Breathing in. Pause at the top of the breath and breathe out. Hands in the meditation mudra. And then breathing in through both nostrils. Pausing at the top of the breath and then breathing out. Breathing in, blissful radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath. And breathe out all our ignorance, thick black yucky smoke. And one more time. Breathing in. And breathe out. And just relax, bring the mind to the breath. And just notice, just feel Do you feel different than before when you first started? And this practice helps to ground us. And it's really good to do if we're feeling disturbed. It's really good to do, excuse me, before you start your morning meditation. It just helps to focus the mind. So bring the mind back to the breath. And for the next minute, we just do 1 minute, very, very focused. Focusing, keeping the mind on the breath. No thoughts. Just vast empty space. Now your mind is calm and clear. Just visualize, just imagine above the crown of your head, about 2 inches above the crown of your head, this kind of sphere. It's a ball of white light, slightly smaller than the size of your head. It's pure, transparent, non-material. And just imagine it represents all the universal goodness, love and wisdom in the universe. And this is the fulfillment of your highest potential. Who you really are. So now imagine it decreases until it is about 1 inch in diameter, and then it just kind of melts and absorbs into you through the crown of your head, into your heart. From here, it begins to expand once again, slowly spreading to fill your entire body. So imagine as it is expanding, all of the solid parts of your body dissolve and become light. All your organs, your bones, blood vessels, tissues, and skin all become pure, translucent, white light. And you concentrate on your experience of a body of light. And should a distracting thought arise, you can just dissolve that into light. And think that all the problems, negativities, hindrances, obstacles have vanished. You can try dissolving your problems into light. Now try and bring yourself back. Try and get a sensation of, just notice the weight of your sit bones on your cushion. You feel the hands, the weight of your hands in your lap, or wherever they are, whether they're on your knees or your lap. And just think we've been sitting here for 30 minutes, meditating, focusing, purifying, creating huge amounts of merit. Just this very tiny, tiny space of time. We've done so much work, so really rejoice. Think, fantastic. You can dedicate the merit that we've created, this positivity, to anyone you know who may be sick or ill, or the people who are suffering from COVID all over the world, and somebody who may have passed away. Doesn't have to have been recently, it could be a while ago. Dedicate the merit for them, and also then for yourself, for your own future enlightenment. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Bill.